Hello, my name's Dave Bignell and welcome to my Wii review of Big Brain Academy for Wii, not to be confused with the DS Brain game, which is a completely different game in its own right. Now, initially when you start this game up, you get this rather annoying brain lobe thing chatting to you in a very annoying, squeaky, noisy voice thing. That, to be honest with you, I think is completely unnecessary. You can skip him, but there's a lot of text boxes that come up that you have to sort of skip through in order to get into the game. So that's quite annoying. Some people might find it cute. I quite frankly find him a little annoying. But anyway, and quite unnecessary. But once you've skipped past that, you get into the meat of the game. Now this can be played one player, and you can challenge your brain in all sorts of different ways, or as a group, where you can challenge not only your own brain, but other people's brains in different activities, which is great. And I think this game particularly works in groups as it makes quite a nice party game, and it's quite surprising how people excel at certain things that they might not have expected to, and other things completely flop in. Now this is set up in 5 different activities, which are supposed to stimulate different points of your brain, I suppose. First one is Identify, where you have to basically associate a picture with an action you have to do. For example, there's something called Fast Focus on there, where you get a blurred picture which starts to come into sharp focus, and as soon as you know what that picture is, you click on a multiple choice option of what it is. So it's just getting your brain to connect images. The next one is Memorize, which is pretty much self-explanatory. You get some different activities where you have to remember where things were, like there's birds in cages, they get shuffled around, and then you have to click on where you think the birds are after it's been shuffled around. So it's all about your memories. Analyze is things like you're given some blocks, different shapes, and you have to say which one that corresponds to in a multiple choice option, that kind of thing. There's Compute, which is all about maths, which I'm terrible at. Things like you have to add up certain blocks. You get a whole list of blocks with different numbers on, then you have to add up to 8, that kind of thing. You knock out the block you don't want. And finally there's Visualize. Now this one's quite an interesting one, because people seem to be either brilliant at this or absolutely rubbish. For instance, you get 4 pictures, and they're all moving animations, but one of them is slightly different to the rest, and you have to click on the odd one out. So that can be, it sounds quite easy, but it can be quite challenging. Now with all of these activities, they range from easy, medium, hard to expert, so there's certainly a lot of variety there. Per activity, there's 3 different versions of that activity that you can play through, and some may argue that there's probably not enough variety after you've played this game a few times. The same sort of questions and things come up, but they're all done with slight variation, so I think it still keeps you interested in the game. So as I said, there's all sorts of different variations on these activities, and you can also do a brain test where it tests you on all the different aspects of your brain, and you get an end result. It tells you the size and shape of your brain, which then, over Wi-Fi connection, you can compare with your friends who have also got this game if they have over the internet. So that's quite cool. You can see who's got the biggest brain. Now, I think this game's really good. It's not one you'd probably play every single day, but certainly when you've got some mates around, want to see if your brain's any better than them, it's a good laugh. I couldn't comment whether or not it actually does anything different to your brain. I certainly don't think it makes you more intelligent, but it probably makes your brain a little bit more active. Like, I have a bit of a problem with my memory. I tend to put things down and then have no idea where I've put them. So I think certainly training your brain in these certain ways would help you with certain little crazy things that happen in your brain like that, and it certainly helps you with your maths. Certainly under some of the time limit ones, when you have to just add up quickly, it can help your brain not panic and sort of process things in that way. So, there's some benefit to be had there. But it is very specifically made for the Wii. It is a good party game, although there are single player modes. And there's a lot to be had out of this game. If only they could have shut up that little brain lobe thing that can be quite frustrating. So overall, I give this game a 7 out of 10. For great playability. Obviously it's not a game in the sense of, say, like Mario Kart, but there's a lot of things in there you can test yourself and have a laugh with your friends on. Please subscribe to my Wii reviews. You can do this by visiting my YouTube channel, or indeed www.davebignell.co.uk/wii.htm. More reviews coming soon.